Yeah, how cool of a sight that is to see right there. These guys standing at attention, and a major announcement taking place right now. We have Mayor Greg Stanton announcing that Marine Week is coming to Phoenix, and he says so with a lot of pride. Look at those guys. Look at those shiny uniforms and how they wear those uniforms with a lot of pride. Now, during Marine Week, which is actually scheduled in September, we're talking the 10th through the 13th, there will be all sorts of Marines and active Reserve Marines as well who converge on Phoenix.
Marine Week kicks off in the Valley. Today they open up the base near Papago. Each year the Marine Corps selects a city to host special events and activities, and this year they chose Phoenix. Marines from all over the country will meet and greet with the community and show off some new technology and equipment.
If you walk away in a week and don't have a selfie with a Marine inside a tank, inside a Super Cobra, you might be wrong. Please come on out. This is totally hands-on.
Today they'll also be working on, tomorrow actually, a service project in Scottsdale. It'll be at the Civic Center Library. A group of Marines will be painting a mural in the morning at 8 o'clock. You can catch them all week long in different spots. We have more info at abc15.com.
United States Marine Corps. It's great to start this segment off with the Marine hymn. How about that? Yeah.
And this morning, wasn't it such a sight to see the two helicopters make that landing just over downtown Phoenix, just blocks away from here?
And joining me now is Lieutenant Colonel Tony Schofield. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, ma'am, you did.
I did. Good morning. We appreciate you being here. You are here for Marine Week, and you're kicking things off with this helicopter landing. Tell me what we're going to see in just a few minutes.
Okay, good. Good morning. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Tony Schofield, and I'm from Quantico, Virginia. What you will see here in about 10 minutes is you'll see two of our aircraft, our helicopters, coming in and landing for what would really kick off the static display downtown here at Marine Week Phoenix. These two helicopters are some that have been battle tested. They've seen action in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they're coming from Mesa Gateway.
If you've seen the military planes flying around the valley, don't be alarmed. All of it is because of Marine Week. And this year, the Marine Corps has picked Phoenix. Brian West joining us from Civic Space Park with some of today's activities. Brian?
The Marines are invading the valley this week. More than 800 will be in town for Marine Week.
Yeah, it's really cool, too. Kylie Cruz live in downtown Phoenix. A look at the Marines' daily wake-up call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yes, before cell phones, the iPhone became popular, they had to wake up the Marines at different bases around the country. And we are going to get kind of a little glimpse into what that wake up call is all about. But first, we do want to talk to Brian. You are based in San Diego. You're here. You're the bandmaster there. How are you enjoying the Valley?
The Valley's been fantastic so far. We got here Monday evening and took a trip down to Tucson yesterday, and we're just ready to go out and take on Phoenix with our music.
Okay, and it starts every morning, 6 a.m. We're a little later. You're 6:07 for TV time, but you guys play the Reveille. Tell me a little bit about what that is.
Well, Reveille is the signification to start the day. It's telling everybody to wake up, like you said, before cell phones, before alarm clocks, and everything else was going on. We had to wake up and take on the day as Marines like we do. So the first thing we do in the morning is play Reveille.
Okay, and now, of course, we're going to play it. So, Drew, why don't you take it away?
This is one of the guards, and then they spray you. And so at rallies, you'll see a lot of these, or just to protect the Marines. I'm joined now by Lieutenant Colonel Schofield. So, Lieutenant, tell me a little bit about what's going on. So you have a lot of demonstrations, you have a lot of hands-on with the different equipment and the artillery.
Yeah, welcome to Marine Week 2015, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Schofield. Right now, we're at one of our main static display sites out at Civic Space Park. What you'll see is we have our Joint Non-Lethal Weapons program and some of the capabilities, riot control, escalation of force. We also have our MAD tool, which is an automated voice tool where we tell people get back and stay away from Marines. Of course, we have two of our vehicles. The one on the right is the interoperable transit vehicle. It's basically a nice ITV, what we call it, where Marines can get in and maneuver around the battle space. And also we have one of our up-armored Humvees, right? These Humvees help protect our Marines as they deploy in the war zone. In front of the Humvee, we actually have one of our explosive ordnance devices robots. These are some of our unmanned systems where they go out and they patrol for IEDs and inactive explosive devices or things that blow up. Finally, we have a member of our mounted color guard and his beautiful horse, and this is what the Marines use to bring in the colors as well as the Marine Corps flag and render honors for them.
This right here is the FIM-92 Stinger missile weapon system. We use it to engage aircraft from the ground, so it's stroller mounted. Right here, we have our IFF system, so we plug it into a belt pack. This enables us to challenge an aircraft to let us know whether it's not or it's friend or foe, so whether or not we can engage it.
And then what's been your favorite part about Marine Week so far?
So far, I just enjoy seeing the public, the people we protect, helping them, and then seeing their appreciation with us. So.
And I have with me from the U.S. Marine Corps, First Lieutenant Christopher Harrison. Christopher, thank you so much for being with us today. And tell me a little bit about today's ceremony, what's happening throughout the weekend.
Well, good morning. This is the 12th time that the Tempe Exchange Club has hosted this event, and it's a way for people to come here and reflect on those who perished on September 11th and just heal from it. So it's a nonprofit organization, and they'll be here through the week. They're packing up on Sunday, so people have until that evening to come out here and see it for themselves.
To wear the uniform on a day like today, what does that mean to you?
Well, honestly, it's all about the first responders for today because they're the ones that give the sacrifice.
Joined by Captain David Sir-Leger. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us this morning. If you can talk to us a little bit about the tie between first responders here domestically, firemen and police officers, and the Marine Corps, and that kinship that the two of you have internationally and domestically.
Absolutely. Today is a day that we pay homage to our brothers and sisters of this country, both the civilians, the first responders, and our military personnel alike, that selfishly devoted acts of heroism that are sometimes unmatched. The first responders of this country really are America's 911 force. The Marine Corps prides itself on being our foreign domestic 911 force.
Well, you're definitely not going to want to mess with these guys and gals. We are joined by the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, and interestingly enough, they earn belts just like any other martial artist. We're talking brown all the way to black. We're joined by Captain Juan Torres. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. It's great.
When you talk about hand-to-hand combat, I mean, these are the best of the best.
We train our Marines to be very proficient in hand-to-hand. It's necessary in those scenarios, yes.
And when you talk about the belt program, do they start at white like some of the other programs, or is it an accelerated course?
No. We have specific belt colors for them. So we start them at tan, move them to gray, green, brown, and then black.
Does every Marine enlistee go through a martial arts program?
Every Marine enlisted and every Marine officer goes through it, yes. So every Marine enlisted, when they graduate the boot camp, the Marine Corps recruit depots in San Diego and Parris Island, they graduate with the tan belt. And every Marine officer, when they graduate TBS, the basic school, they graduate the tan belt as well, and they progress from there.
So what is it, more hand-to-hand? Is it disarming people? How does that work out?
Actually, the program is based on 3 basic disciplines: the mental discipline, the physical, and the character.
What they do is attack and form like a triangle with their arms to bridge, like this. And from here, he's going to take his right arm, wrap underneath, applying pressure, forming an arm bar, and then sweep him to the deck. As such, calf on calf, because we're training, but from there he's going to disarm him and take control. So what we're going to do is walk through that together.
You said...
Let me introduce you to Sergeant Derek Patrick and introduce this team to me. We have working dogs and handlers, and this is an important part of the military service.
Absolutely. This is Corporal Clemens and her military working dog, Denny. They're a patrol explosive dog. The dog's able to, sniff out explosive odors, as well as do some bite work on the patrol side of it. This is Corporal Hutchins. She's going to be our suspect for the day. And then the black lab down there is going to be military working dog Red and his handler, Corporal Crisp.
So how many hours go into training with these dogs? We see this often in our local law enforcement agencies, and I guess the concept is the same.
It's the exact same. On a daily basis, we sustain the training that these dogs have had and the handlers have had, and we just every day work on that bond that they have together, and then sustaining the odors that the dogs detect, and then the bite work as well.
All right, so they are working dogs. Let's put them to work this morning, and I know that there are some explosive type devices hidden right in front of 3TV. Is that right? What are we going to see here?
Yes, ma'am. I planted and it's ingredient that makes up some explosives that we've seen on deployments. Military working dog Red and Corporal Chris will show you how we work the detection, and then we'll show you some bite work after that. So then, if for whatever reason we need to use that force, we're able to put the dog on that suspect.
Wow. Good morning, Arizona. This is the kind of thing that really takes your breath away, Scott.
It does. I love the precision. These guys are absolutely perfect. And to be standing out here in the parking lot and see these guys as part of Marine Week is such an honor. We have Captain Mike Bell joining us this morning. Sir, this is quite impressive.
Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Tell us a little bit about this team, because this is the one and only. So we have a few members, but you pull from the very best of the Marine Corps, and it is such an honor to be part of this.
That's correct, Olivia. They get screened after their recruit training to come to Washington, D.C., and then they try out to be in the platoon. It takes about 3 months for us to pick new Marines, and then we train for the sequence that you just saw, actually in Yuma in February for every year.
One of the greatest displays of this I've ever seen in a movie was the beginning of A Few Good Men. But I know everybody's seen that, but that was impressive, whether it was all done for Hollywood or not. When do you guys do this?
In the summer, every Tuesday night and Friday night in Washington, D.C., and in between we will travel to anywhere from Nashville, Tennessee, for a NASCAR race in Virginia, Kingston, Ontario, New York City, and anywhere in between there.
What are the reactions that you get from people, young and old, those who have a connection to the Marine Corps, maybe who served in another branch of the military, or just anybody who sees this for the first time? It is awe-inspiring, and I imagine that people get quite emotional watching.
Well, thank you. Maybe they get very excited, and they're very receptive to the performances, especially with all of the noise that the Marines make without speaking to each other, and it creates a lot of energy between us and the audience watching.
It does. Well, guess what? We have a couple gentlemen from Arizona. We always like to point that out. Sir, what's your name?
Dalton here.
Calvin Glover. And where'd you guys grow up?
Parker, Arizona.
Parker, nice.
Gilbert, Arizona.
And in Gilbert.
So coming up next, we're heading to Fox 10 parking lot, which is world famous now.
Right there.
We do all kinds of great things out there. Right now, the United States Marine Corps has landed with the USMC Dogs. We're going to see how they contribute to the Marine Corps' mission after the break.
Oh, yes, the best of the best. This hour, we are saluting the men and women who make up the United States Marine Corps. Well, no doubt, the Marine Corps, tougher than most, right?
Absolutely.
We are so grateful for the United States Marine Corps, and yeah, they're getting their morning workout on in our parking lot, all part of the upcoming Marine Week that's taking place here in the Valley.
Well, I remember as a kid, when I saw this uniform, and look how great it looks.
Right?
You knew it meant business, and that was a guy or a gal who really knew what he or she was doing.
Well, this is Captain Craig Thomas. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You have
Thank
a
you for
mic.
having us.
Okay, nice to see you, and you brought some of your
Local Marines.
Local Marines that are from here.
Yep, from Phoenix, from Arizona, or working here now.
Now, Marine Week starts when? Is it going on already?
We're going to have 800 Marines coming in today and tomorrow. It'll officially kick off Wednesday and go through the weekend.
And you guys have all sorts of events planned across the
Oh my
valley,
goodness.
right?
We want you to come and work out with the Marines at 07 at Civic Space Park, Wednesday through Saturday. Come out and see the Silent Drill Platoon, which is a national treasure, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. at our opening ceremony at Civic Space Park.
And Austin here in the red shirt,
I came out of Camelback High School in 2002. I joined the Marine Corps band field. I was a trombone player, grew up, born and raised here in Arizona.
You guys are the worst, in the band, right? The woodwinds are the smart people. The trombones are Look, Ron Boone played the trombone.
See, exactly.
Absolutely.
But now he's a Marine. You better watch what you're saying.
I know.
Right?
But I was a drummer, and we always had trouble.
No, that's
with
where the troublemakers are at. That's why they put you in the back of the class.
All right, Andrea, are we getting Corey up there?
Yeah,
or what?
are you going to get up there?
Here we go.
Come on, get up there.
Come on.
Come on.
If I must.
Somebody spot him.
Okay.
I use the pegs. Do you do much bow tie pull-upping?
Absolutely.
Which way do I go?
I think I'll go this way.
Okay.
Nice.
Diego Santiago tuvo la oportunidad de un recorrido, Diego, a bordo de esta aeronave en la semana de la celebración de la Marina estadounidense. Escucho tu reporte, Diego, adelante.
¿Qué tal, Daniel? Buenas tardes. Y la verdad fue una experiencia increíble. No le llamen un helicóptero y no le llamen un avión. Es un convertiplano, así es, y es una arma secreta de la militar de los Estados Unidos quien hoy nos dio acceso a este artefacto para ver cómo se siente ser un soldado de este país. Veamos. Quizás usted haya visto este artefacto sobrevolar los cielos arizonenses el día de hoy. Se trata del B-22 Osprey, el convertiplano militar más eficaz de la Marina de los Estados Unidos.
En Afganistán, cuando estaba yo ahí presente en la guerra, me subí varias veces y tiene mucha capacidad.
Es un artefacto que cuesta aproximadamente $70 millones, diseñado para combate y que irónicamente tiene el mejor récord de seguridad en la historia de la aviación militar.
Estamos muy enfocados cuando volamos, aunque tengo que admitir que lo más maravilloso es la vista que tenemos en la cabina.
En el área de pasajeros, la única vista es por la puerta trasera. Aquí las ventanas son pequeñas y los soldados se amarran con varios cinturones de seguridad para esperar salir del convertiplano durante tiempo de guerra.
A veces uno siente nervioso porque cuando uno se pone todo el equipo, trae las armas puestas en los rifles, es porque uno va en una misión, ¿no?
Y precisamente este artefacto fue diseñado por Boeing y Bell para dejar y rescatar soldados de lugares extremadamente peligrosos y aislados. La aeronave puede despegar y aterrizar como helicóptero, pero también puede deslizarse como avión a alta velocidad y con un gran alcance.
En Irak tuvimos la oportunidad de realizar una misión de rescate donde le pudimos salvar la vida a un soldado quien se encontraba en peligro.
Por su eficacia, seguridad y grandes atributos, el Osprey se ha convertido desde el 2007 en una joya aérea para la militar de los Estados Unidos y por esta razón le damos un reconocimiento en la Semana de la Marina de los Estados Unidos. Y queremos agradecerle a la Marina de los Estados Unidos por darnos esta gran oportunidad, excelente experiencia. Y por cierto, mañana a las 10 de la mañana en el estadio de los Cardenales University of Phoenix Stadium allá en Glendale también van a haber más demostraciones donde la comunidad puede asistir y seguir conmemorando la Semana de la Marina de los Estados Unidos. ¿Qué te parece, Daniel?
Well, some say the U.S. would have never taken Iwo Jima in World War II if it hadn't been for the Navajo Code Talkers. We are fortunate this morning to be joined by Peter McDonald, one of the Navajo Code Talkers. And first of all, and I said this immediately when I walked in, thank you very much for your service, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
What do you remember about that time?
Well, I was 15 years old when I joined in 1944. And none of us, upon recruitment, knew that we would be involved with a code. And it is a code that all of us know, only we, the 430 of us who qualified to be code talkers, knew the language, knew the code. So when we talk to each other in code, if a Navajo who hadn't gone through code school was listening, they wouldn't know what we're talking about.
Selected as our 6th and largest city for Marine Week. Each time we paint a mural
essentially as a gift to the city. So this one here is here in Scottsdale, and we want to leave our mark on the city, leave things better than when we came here, and so that we can remember our Marines after we're gone. We have 5 active duty Marines out here. They are combat illustrators, but first and foremost, they are riflemen and Marines. So their specialty is combat illustrators. So they've been selected for this project based on their unique artistic abilities and their specialty in graphic design.
Are invading the Valley this week. More than 800 of them are in town for Marine Week. There's 35 free events for the public to check out, including daily workout sessions with the Marines. Kylie's live in downtown Phoenix, putting her fitness skills to the test, and I can't imagine, I should say, how hard that is to work out with them. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Yetta. I'm not big into working out in general, and then I'm a little intimidated watching all of these Marines here working out, doing just, their daily ritual. Look at them. Look at all those muscles and all those strengths, the pull-ups here. They are all around town, these Marines, like you mentioned, 800 of them, really showcasing to the Valley over the next few days what they're all about. And obviously one thing is the workouts. Andrew joining me now. Welcome. What do you think of the Valley?
Good morning, ma'am. So far, we're really enjoying it out here. We've been out here about 2 days now, so enjoying the warm weather and a little bit more dryness than we're used to, but it's a great time so far.
Okay, we've got to talk about these workouts. Our wonderful cameraman, Victor, kind of showing these crews. The public can come out every morning here at Civic Space Park, work out with you guys at 7 a.m. What are they doing right now? It's a kind of a combination of some running, some pull-ups.
Yes, ma'am, exactly. So basically, this is a circuit workout where there's 3 components. So the first component, they're doing 5 pull-ups. At that time, they run 100 meters. Then they come back, they do 10 burpees. They run 100 meters, they come back, and then they restart. So there's 10 cycles of that.
And fitness is obviously a big thing. You guys do some pretty grueling workouts, but that's what you have to do to stay in shape, right?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to actually try to do a pull-up, as you can see. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to mimic what they do. I've never actually done a pull-up before, so this should be interesting. So let's get this is going to be fun. Okay, so what is the key? Come over here to me. What's the key to actually just getting up on the bar?
Okay, so I can demonstrate if you'd like, but basically just you can either use these side steps, or if you can reach, just get up and come to a dead hang, just like this.
Okay, I'm gonna try this then. Oh gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay. And then now, what do I need to be doing? What's the key?
So basically, take hold of the bar here, and then come to a dead hang. There we go. And then all you have to do is pull your chin above the bar. There you go.
Okay, as you can see, Yetta, I do not need to join the Marines. I think I need to stay with my day job. I have no upper body strength.
Well, let me just say, in your defense, you probably picked the hardest one if you don't work out at all. The pull-up, it's all upper body. You should have tried something easier. How about a burpee? Do a burpee, like 5 of them.
I can do a burpee. Okay, I can do a burpee. I can do it. Okay, we'll do one before we go. What?
5.
Okay, that's here, right?
Yeah, so a burpee. Yep.
That's not bad. Let's see if she'll keep going. We'll check back in with her later. Let's see if just keep going.
Okay, so before we go, we're going to give this thing a try. Okay, I am going to give our lovely photographer, Victor, the mic, and I'm going to try a pull-up. Can I do it?
Go, yes you can.
Okay.
Go.
So
there you go. You got a little assistance in the back. Here, let's go all the way up. All the way up. There you go. There you go. Look.
I'm doing it. Woo! Look at that. Did my first pull-up, guys. Scott, how many pull-ups can you do?
Now 0.
One arm pull-up. And of course, we do want to mention the man behind the camera who is being shot today, and he doesn't want to be on camera this morning, is our friend Victor Ochoa, who is also a Marine, and we're proud of him. And so he's giving her some good advice out there.
Yes,
behind
look at
the
him
scenes.
go. No wonder he's got such big lats.
Wow.
That's impressive. Very nice.
Burpees are to Kylie what bull riding is to you. One and done.
You got that right. Look at her go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Way to go. Outstanding.
Woo, woo. Love it.
When the Marines are here, they enter with a flourish. This is the Marine Band San Diego, and they're going to be performing at various locations throughout the valley. It is Marine Week, if you have not heard, and we are saluting the men and women who serve our country every single day in and day out. Let's find out a little bit more about Marine Week. We have Captain Craig Thomas joining us this morning. Thank you for coming to Phoenix. We are excited to have everybody here.
We are so happy to be here. This is the Marine Corps' opportunity to really connect with the American people, explain who we are and what we do for the nation. And I want everybody to come out tonight, 5:40 p.m., Civic Space Park, to see this magnificent Marine Band San Diego.
Well, if you've been out and about in the Valley this week, you may have noticed some special guests in uniform.
That's right. It's because it's Marine Week here in the Valley. They're wrapping up today, but not before we have the chance to get an up-close personal look at what's been happening. ABC 15's Nick Vincent live near downtown Phoenix this morning. He's giving us a better look at what's going on and how we're going to send them off. Nick?
Well, Nick, I can tell you, just being next to all of these different vehicles and all these different transports that they have, it is very, very impressive to see them up close, and that is something that you're going to be able to get a chance to do. You can actually sit inside of one of these helicopters, and here to tell us all about them, Matthias Kennedy with the United States Marine.